Hey there guys, I'm NibletK. Welcome to another Hearthstone, Extravaganza, where we talk about the new cards. You probably have seen all of them. I know I'm late as usual. As usual in this series, I am the one that is always a little bit late, but that is not a problem for me. Let's get this microphone up in my jamming face. Oh, let's get the sound good. Okay. That said, card review. Everything's out. So apparently everything is out. So let's talk about everything. This is gonna be a little bit longer, but we're not gonna go through all of them in this video specifically. So I'm gonna cut the video or videos down. Make a series so that you don't get that bored as fast. Just kidding. Let's go straight into where we lastly left off. Oh man, that's a lot of laws. Okay, dual 5-mana paladin card. Summon a minion from each player's deck. They fight. Okay, so a dual mechanic. This is an interesting thing. So one, it messes up with your opponent's deck. So if there are any combo oriented decks that like to do specific niche things with OTKs and stuff like that, this is a nice disruptor. Also, if you're running like big beefy meaty really high impactful minions, this is a good way for you to get those minions out and probably kill something that like a mid-range or smaller minion that they might have. If it's a big minion that they also have, hopefully yours is better suited and will survive. So things with Divine Shield come into mind, or like really high health stats. I think this card is going to be insane. It's probably gonna find one niche deck to be run with. I don't know exactly how well like a really high impactful paladin is going to be, but a mid-range, more control type paladin we did see in the past. So I'm guessing this card is definitely on that standard. Next we have Unseen Saboteur, a 6-mana 5/6 neutral minion. Okay, stats wise, decent I would say, not a little bit under. Usually you would go with a 6-mana 6/6, right? That would be like a standard one. Battlecry, your opponent casts a random spell from their hand. Targets chosen randomly. Okay, so this is like a really big disruptor against spell-focused enemies, but this thing has like a downside, okay? If you play this and you have a board, and you activate their board clear, you're just gonna fry everything that you have anyway. So it's not intended in that specific way. I guess this is more like intended against specific combo. I'm gonna come back to that specific combo oriented play. So if there are specific spells that most or some specific decks will run and are going to be on a more consistent level, then the Unseen Saboteur is something that might help you get through that and just fiddle a little bit around with your opponent's tactics, and hopefully you will screw them up in such way, form, shape and matter that you will turn the tide in your favor. So this is a tech card. End of things. This is a tech card, so it's going to be situational and techy specifically, just like the other tech cards. Probably gonna run only one-offs in your deck and only in suitable situations. Okay, next we have Shadowy Figure, a 2-mana 2/2 priest minion. Battlecry, transform into a 2/2 copy of a friendly Death Rattle minion. Okay, so on first glance that doesn't look as powerful, but effectively it's actually really powerful because one, this is a Death Rattle minion. It can synergize with Priest's Death Rattle mechanics that they like to have, and you get to choose. Okay, you have to play a lot of death rattles, but that's not really a downside for priests. And second of all, you get to copy a specific death rattle that you might actually want inside of your deck, so be it card draw or anything else, and you just double up on it with another 2 mana 2/2 minion on something that you already are playing inside of your deck. So you're just basically doubling up a little bit on your value that you already are playing around with deck building and stuff like that. So I think this card is gonna be strong. It's definitely gonna find a place. I like it. I like it. Ooh, well, hello there. What are you? Nozari, 10 mana for 12. Okay, kind of costly, but we get it. It's a big beefy legendary dragon. Battlecry, restore both heroes to full. What the fuck? What? Well, now that's like a hard-ass reset of the entire game. So everything up until then, if you can make your opponent use more resources than you, and you reset everything down to the beginning, so to say, he's not gonna have a chance. I really like this. It looks like Paladin is getting a lot of dragon love, and I like seeing that. Okay, cool. I like it. That's definitely interesting. Nozari. I'm looking forward to seeing Nozari plays. I think this card is great. It's not gonna win you the game on its own. It needs a lot of support, but it's one of those things that really resets the entire gameplay. Or game. You get what I mean. Okay. Next we have Marked Shot, a 4 mana cost hunter spell. Deal 4 damage for 4 mana, okay? To a minion, discover a spell. Okay, I can see this. It's something that gives you more options. It's a direct spell to a minion. Sure, it doesn't give you a beast on the board, so it doesn't give you direct value, but it gives you more value in hand. You can find a lot of spells, specifically probably secrets, because Hunter has a lot of secrets, so you're definitely gonna find some secrets off of this. Is it good? Well, I don't know. Hunter seems to be getting a lot of spell damage in this expansion, so 4 mana deal 5 or 6 to a minion definitely feels good. I don't know, I think this card is gonna be situational. Probably not the best, but it's definitely gonna get played. It's gonna get played. At least a little bit. If it's gonna find an archetype, it's definitely gonna be more towards Spell Hunter. Okay, Katrina Muerte. Oh, okay, interesting. 8 mana, 6/8, legendary minion for priests. At the end of your turn, summon a friendly minion that died this game. Okay, this one is insane. This card is actually insane. So on the turn you play it, you get the added benefit of when passing, when your turn is done, you get a new minion that you played and died this game. If this minion still sticks on the board, from what I get, because it's end of turn effect, if this minion sticks on the board on your next turn, it'll summon another minion, and so on and so forth. So if you have like big beefy taunt minions that she will resummon, and your opponent cannot get through those taunts, you're gonna constantly get a lot of value from Katrina Muerte each turn she is on the board. So this is a must kill card ASAP, as soon as possible, as fast as possible. Never do the acronyms, I guess they're called, with as fast as possible, because that's just not true. Okay, next we have Bellhead. 8 mana, 3/12. I don't really like the stats. They're horrible. Rush. After this attacks and kills a minion, it may attack again. Okay, it's very costly for the things that it does. And it has to kill minions. A lot of minions at 3 health. I don't know. Maybe if you can buff this thing up. But it's kind of hard because it's already at 8 mana. So I don't see this thing being so good. I don't like this. Next we have Eager Underling. This looks like Millhouse on Nether Pain Storm Magic something. 4 mana, 2/2s. Okay, so the stats are already bad. Death Rattle. Give 2 random friendly minions +2/+2. Okay, so you want this thing to die. That's why it's a 2/2. The Death Rattle effect, it's pretty good. So it's +2/+2 to 2 friendly minions. Okay, I'm not seeing the big picture, but I can see the value of it. So I kind of like the value, even if it's just an arena card or something like that. It's definitely gonna find, you know, something that is going to play this card. So someone's gonna play this card, and it's gonna feel great. Okay, this is more in the zoo type variation, I guess. But I like it. Always cards that buff things are good. Magic Trick, a 1 mana mage spell. Discover a spell that costs 3 or less. Okay, so it's not directly discover any spell, only spells that cost 3 or less. But it's a discover mechanic. It's really cheap. We already know. Cheap cards, specifically spells, are really good in tempo, whatever. So anything that synergizes with cheap spells, and we do know that Mage has a couple of those. So this is definitely one of those cards. What is it good for? Maybe finding some secrets. Those usually cost 3, right? Okay, let's see. Crystal Song Portal. Wow, the artwork looks cool. Okay, 2 mana druid spell. Discover a druid minion. If your hand has no minions, keep all 3. Oh, now this is an interesting one. So your hand has to have no minions. So that means either 2 things. Either your hand is empty, or either your hand is full of spells. Okay, the spell route, I don't think this is going to find a place in a spell-oriented druid unless we have a lot of spells that summon minions, because you do need minions. Otherwise, we're gonna play specific minions and try to combo it out, and we're gonna use spells in order to take control of the board or for survivability and stuff like that. So Crystal Song Portal might not actually be the best thing, because we're only gonna get druid minions. Sure, we get 3 druid minions. Are those things gonna help us survive and fight for the board and stall towards a greater goal? Maybe not, but I am seeing this as a real possible thing in a really aggressive style deck, because we want to spew out our hand, get a lot of small, you know, token type druid, get everything on the board as fast as possible. Then we have Crystal Song Portal. We have nothing in our hand, so you can play most of the things, most of the cheap things, even in the later stages of the game. Sorry about that. You can play all of those, and then you play your Crystal Song Portal, and you get 3 random minions inside of your hand, and you still have decent tempo, right? So I'm seeing this as a really good, really good potential card in token style, you know, druid. Let's talk one more. Vendetta. Okay, Vendetta is a 4 mana spell for rogues. Deal 4 damage to a minion. Cost 0 if you're holding a card from another class. Okay, I kind of like that. Rogues definitely have a lot of ways to have cards from your opponent or from another class specifically. So it's effectively a 0 cost deal for damage. I like it. I think this card is gonna be great. Cool. See you guys in the next one.